One of the last of a dying breed. You know where hip-hop live without the skinny jeans. That's why I walk with a different walk, fought with a different heart, talk with a different walk.
No, you go first because I know how you feel about it already. 'Cause you already talked about it. But
Yo,
after you have more listens, I want to hear what you guys say more in depth about it because I took in consideration what you said and I listened to it like a couple times. Go ahead.
well, by time I had talked to you, I have never listened to it. I heard a couple of the songs, maybe two. I didn't listen to it, but after listening to it, yo, it was actually better than I thought it was gonna be, yo. I never been a huge Ice Cube fan. I respect the Ice Cube pen game for what he did. You know, it's his legendary shit that he did. But I never been a huge Ice Cube fan. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm real particular with West Coast music. You know what I mean? I got certain ones that I rock with, but I ain't really heavy on the West Coast scene. But I give Ice Cube to listen. Yo, you know what I mean? I thought it was just going to be typical Cube West Coast beats, and he switched it up a little bit. He got some shit on there that I fuck with, like the joint with Too Short. What's that?
Yeah.
Don't Bring Me No Bad. Let me say
Right.
this before I even get into that. Like one reason that I like it, and I was paying attention to was even though I'm not that keen on West Coast music, let me respect this pen game. You get what I'm saying? So when I listened to it, and I was listening to the content he was coming up with, like on what is it, Arrest the Police, no, Arrest the President,
Right.
Chase Down Bully. You
Right.
know, he on this fuck the police shit on Bad Cop, Good Cops. Like I respect the content even on them pills. Them niggas
Right.
on them pills. You know what I mean? Like I respected that. You know, that was some from they was this album was from an OG perspective. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Those
Yes.
songs come from an OG perspective because Cube ain't the same Cube. Cube doing Disney movies. He got a whole basketball league out here and shit. So I'm like, you know, what is Cube gonna rap about? You know, and he didn't rap about because Cube could have stunted on niggas. Cube got a lot of money. You get what I'm saying? You know, he could have money phoned niggas to death and Rolls Royce and Bugatti niggas to death. He ain't do that on here. He really was rapping and had content to his shit. I'm gonna give you yo, my favorite joint on here is Can You Dig It, yo.
Yeah.
That shit's my shit, yo. I like that song. Like that's the song I'm gonna play again. 5 years from now, I'm gonna play that song. You know what I mean? And I like the fact that Cube did that because he a legend. I want him to do that. Put something out that I can have forever. You know what I mean? When you put your album out and you give me something that I can have forever, like how much stuff did Pac give you? How much stuff did Biggie, Jay, Nas, and I'm just going on greats. How much stuff did they give you that you can have forever? And I feel like Can You Dig It? I can have that forever. That's my shit. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at on it. And let me just say
Yeah.
this. Do you know what Can You Dig It is? I'm gonna play it for you. I'm gonna play it for you. Then I'm gonna break it down because I think maybe because you got caught up in Cube, you ain't pay attention to this one. You know what I mean? But listen. I'm coming straight from the 70s. Super fly in my perm and my leather beats. I'm coming straight from the 70s. Super fly. Familiar?
Nah.
All right. So
See, that's
anyway,
the thing.
in
To
that
me,
song, he break down the first verse. He rap about 70s shit. Then the
mm,
hook be like, I'm coming straight from the 70s. Then the second verse, he do the 80s shit. I'm coming straight from the 80s. Then he break down in the 70s. I'm coming straight from the 70s. I'm talking perm, something, something. Then he break down like, I'm coming straight from the 80s. I'm talking leather jacket, something, you know me, like what niggas was doing. Then he talk about the 90s and shit. That's why I say it's something I can hold on forever because it was a dope content, something that I could relate. You know, I wasn't around during the 70s, but what I thought of the 70s and shit, he was on point with that shit. The 80s, the 90s, he was on point with that shit. It was good content.
I said I think some of the tracks on there I like was more like Good Cop, Bad Cop, Arrest the President. Tracks that were the ones that were like about the social things going on right now and stuff like that. They were the more memorable ones. I like that because and it reminded me because I went into it like listened to it like everything you talk about like the popping pills and stuff like that. It reminded me of like you said from old head perspective, and like what Ti did with his city is, it was like more a conscious content. And then like what Jay Z did on the Meek Mill shit with what he's talking about. More consciousness. And like you gonna get that from the old heads, and I expect the Cube to do that. So that's what I'm more liked on the CD. But most of the stuff on it wasn't really memorable to me.
Now I was gonna say now hold on. Now with all that shit that I said, a lot of that shit was basic. You know what I mean? It
Yeah,
was cool, but Cube ain't really had no strong buzz. He had the Ice Cube flow for most of the album. You know what I mean? So I did like some of the shit on there, but I did. Let me just say this: if this shit would have came out in 2000, it would have been a classic, my nigga. This would have been a classic album. This shit would have came out in 2000, cause like I say, he did switch it up from the typical West Coast
You got the
production and
track
all that
list right
on there.
there.
Don't
You
bring
got a
me no
track list.
bag. I want an envelope. That's my shit. You know what I mean? I like that shit. So,
You got the track list right there.
huh?
You got the track list right.
Yeah.
What's one song on there? What's it called? Funkadelic something something funk something.
The Funkadelic joint?
I did not like that, yo.
The
I
new
did not like that
Funkadelic?
shit. Yeah, yeah. I did not like that. The hook was whack.
Yo.
The hook was whack. The hook was whack.
Yo.
The hook
I'm
was
gonna give
whack.
you that. I'm gonna give you that. That was whack. That was whack. The beat so sweet like booty
Like
meat.
booty meat.
Booty meat.
I'm like, come on, yo. This shit was whack.
That shit was whack.
And I was just thinking about, well, listen to the song and shit. I'm thinking like, it's something like, Dad, Dad, why you doing that? And just picture Ice Cube,
like Cube,
just picture Ice
Cube
Cube
from that era,
your
the 70s
grandfather.
era. I felt like he wanted to throw some funkadelic shit on there, but I'm with you. He could have held on that one. I'm with you. What you
Yeah,
got
he could
on?
have. Oh, what I got on it? Oh man, I gave this. Oh man, it was kind of hard. Oh damn, I think I gave it a 7.5
No,
because
okay.
it wasn't nothing memorable, but the content was good. On some of the tracks, like I said, Good Cop, Bad Cop, Arrest the President. The stuff that he talk about, the pills and stuff like that's some real shit. So I'm like, that's what helped him, but it wasn't really. I know he can't be gangster Ice Cube, but I would have liked some of that gangster Ice Cube.
Yeah, he could have had something. Yeah, I gave it a 7.5 too. I respect the production he had. I respect the content. I like some of the songs on there. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same time, if I say I like Ain't Got No Haters with Too Short, Too Short had the better verse on there. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
It was cool though. He ain't have a whole bunch of features on there neither. I respect that he gave niggas Cube.
Yeah, it was just Too Short.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He gave niggas Cube. So that's what it is, yo. 7.5 across the board, man. Ice Cube. What's the name of this shit?
Corrupt.
Everything corrupt.
Everything corrupt.
Everything corrupt. Dude, that shit.
And everything is corrupt.
I'm your boy Diesel, man.
Just him.
One of the last Everythang 3. You know where hip hop live without the skinny jeans. That's why I walk with a different walk, fought with a different heart, talk with a